Welcome to another Kohan Duels video, everybody. This is exciting. We got a new player around here who's been giving us some awesome games, and this is the first game that I played with him. It's a council versus council on Blizzard of Oz. Let's see what happens. Alrighty, so in the south here, we got Zeza as council, and going for Settlers and Woodmill. Up here in the north, we have Wintertoes, going for Settlers and Woodmill. Wintertoes got Thora, Heal and Blessing, basically a cleric, Kohan, which is always really nice. And over here, Zeza's got Thaddeus, basically a paladin kind of Kohan. Now, I'd say, in my opinion, Wintertoes got a little bit of the better one with Thora there, but we'll see how the game progresses. Both of them looks like they're starting off with a very similar build, going for Woodmill, Settlers, Upgrade. Oh, that's right. I had actually played random in this game and ended up getting Council. So keep that in mind as you're playing. Wintertoes does not know what faction I am yet. As I was saying, Council doesn't really have many choices of builds. There is other stuff they can do, but for the most part, you're starting off with Settlers and Woodmill into Carpenter Guild into Upgrade. Now, there's different ways you can go from there for sure, but it's going to be rare that you're going to see anything aside from that, and that's what both players are doing. Both players are waiting for their Settlers to get up. Wintertoes is going over here and getting his Ruin, and I believe Zeza already did that. Yeah, already explored. And Zeza here is immediately going for Blacksmith, and same for Wintertoes. Timing is so similar right now. You can see they're going to be finishing at just about the same time. And it looks like they're going to be tossing down their settlements at just about the same time, too. While they're doing that, let's quickly look at the map Blizzard of Oz. We haven't done this one in a while. Big part of it, you start off with a Drake Lair right below you. It blocks this Holy Oasis. Holy Oasis gives +6 of every resource, and then +12 or +18 cold to height. You got your wood over here that you cannot settle to. You might be able to sneak a settlement there if you take the Ice Drake Lair. But aside from that, you're just outposting to it. Let's see what everyone's doing here. And Zeza went for that Goon build. I didn't show it. Sorry about that. But you go Carpentry Guild, and then you get Barracks Blacksmith. You pump out the Goons, and then you immediately sell the Blacksmith. So Zeza is sitting here at 0 Econ, but he's about to get that Econ up. And yep, sells the Carpentry Guild. Gonna get a Quarry for Engineers. Getting that market. So he's just going for this early tech. And what is going on here? Talk about early tech. Wintertoes goes for a Light of Faith immediately. And goes for the Super Tech Company. Thora, who is a cleric herself, with a cleric and a channeler, with infantry frontline. Now, he's down to 38. He's got these engineers out, and he's going to be able to get this gold mine, and that's going to put him to, +20 econ or so, +21. But not much more aside from that. Okay, we got Zeza scouting here. Zeza sees that his settlement is there. Now, the big thing is Zeza going to be able to see what Wintertoes' tech army is. He sees no gold mine, or he sees just starting the gold mine. He sees the engineers. And is he going to see it? Yes, he sees this tech army. And he has got to know immediately what's going on. So +9 econ to +35. That's kind of the crux of this, is that Wintertoes is going a bit of an all-in build here. He put all his early money into getting that early tech, and he wants to fuck shit up with this early tech company. Over here, let's see what Zeza's doing. Went for the bank there, and went for iron there. He needed that to support those goons. And now he's going to be moving around with these goons and engineers. He's going to take this Haroon. I'd be surprised if he didn't go and try to take a spider lair. They seed 180 gold, and he can do it easily with this company's. Going for the Haroon there, and again, +35 to +2. Now, he's got a little bit of money that he's sitting on, but what's he going to do with that? Zeza is sending his scouts back to see what more is developed on this side. And he sold the Temple of Faith and got a library. The reason he did that was because he doesn't need the Temple of Faith anymore. The Temple of Faith gave +4 cold to height, and the library also gives +4 cold to height, mana, whatever you want to call it. And he was able to sell the Light of Faith for, let's see, 120 +1. He was able to sell that for like 180, I think, and then spend 50 to build the library. So that was able to give him a good bit of money back. And so he's got a bit of an economy. He's not completely out in all in, but he did a lot to go for the early tech, and now he's going to be going for this Haroon, it looks like. Let's see down here what Zeza's doing. Okay. Oh, I think I might know what Zeza's doing here. Zeza put these goons here because he was expecting an early attack, and he kind of wanted to try to hide the goons. He wanted Wintertoes to come in here and think that he just had absolutely nothing, and then be able to get some militia and engineers to do some damage and sweep behind with the goons. As such, Wintertoes did not attack yet, but Wintertoes is sending his scout around. No new buildings or anything for Zeza, going for Carpentry Guild, and going for the market. And what do we think of this play? He's got an all-in. He's got a really powerful tech company coming towards him. Now, he's got the goons, but that infantry, especially with Thora, is going to be able to take out the goons, and he should know that. But deciding to continue to go for this econ. Up here, plus 33 to plus 57. This is not bad at all, honestly. This is not as all-in as he could be. He has chosen to sit back and not continue to do anything more greedy with his money, but just to use that early tech. So I'm questioning myself even calling this an all-in build. It's a greedy build where you're really sacrificing your early econ, and it could be an all-in build, but that's not quite the way he's playing it. Zeza's coming out here, checking out the center, seeing if anyone has taken that yet. He's going to want to look at the salon. He's going to want to look up here. You want to be doing kind of as much constant scouting as you can. The thing with Kohan is the Fog of War, once you reveal an area and then it goes under Fog of War, you can see if anybody settles that area or if like any neutrals get taken. You don't see movement, but you see stuff being built. It's kind of weird. But point being, it's really important to uncover as much of the map as you can. And so that's basically what he's trying to do. He wants to uncover all these hot areas where things might be happening so that he can see what happened. Over here, we got Wintertoes. He's just trying to take out these bandits and having more trouble than he should be. He's got scouts. He's got the same old. He got a Carpentry Guild at his neutral as well. And it's plus 33 to plus 77. Zeza is continuing to play the econ game. And he is also going and taking a lair. Ooh. Scouts are going to get stuck by those spiders, which is really unfortunate. That was a misplay that could have been avoided. Nevertheless, Zeza is going to be able to easily take out these spiders. Now, spiders are pretty threatening. They have 800 HP. And so they're a more difficult layer to take, but an early goon party can take them. Oh, and we have Ethan Dabora here, who is basically just, a strong footman. And that's my dog in the background being crazy. Not able to take these guys out, actually. And that is a bit of a setback. I think Zeza was really expecting he was going to be able to take this spider lair. And I think he's going to be able to go back and clean it up soon, but not exactly what he was expecting to happen. Scouts are moving out here for Wintertoes, continuing to move out with his giant tech party. And by giant, it's a small party, but this party is kind of what he put all his eggs into right now. And he is getting more tech now. Okay, now it's more safe to call it a bit of an all-in build, because now he has chosen to drop down to plus 12 to get goats and rangers. And he put Solomon on here, and another Kohan with blessing. Damn, that is going to be really, really good. Doesn't have healing, but he's going to be able to give blessings to his goats. I bless thee, my goats. Going over here, Wintertoes is going to try to take his spider, and still has not been able to. Putting that outpost up is Zeza, and he's going to try to take the salon. He's going to try to take this spider lair. And what has he got over here? He got a little bit more tech. He's got these footmen with cleric and an infantry support. I think that was just a little bit of like he had an extra iron, and he wanted to throw it in there. Moving over here, it looks like Zeza's finally going to be able to go over and take the spider nest, hopefully. There's no way he shouldn't be able to, especially with that supply right there. And actually, it looks like the spiders might have moved out. So this is going to be a freebie for him. Over here, very similar timing, and that was huge for Wintertoes. Up to 220. Now he can do something with that. Now he can continue to get tech, or he can get some econ up. I have a feeling he's going to continue to tech, especially on a map like this. Blizzard of Oz has... You get the 75 gold from your lair right here, the bandit camp. You can get your 180 from the spider mine, and then you can get your 250 plus the holy oasis from the ice drake lair. And he just spent all his money to upgrade. Interesting. Going for city so quick. I mean, I guess there's no other reason to go for city than to try to get leets. So he's basically just going off the idea that he's going to take this dragon lair, I think. He's not going to waste his time with his own econ. He's just going to get a really, really scary army, take the dragon lair, get more money that way, and then just be able to close the game. Zeza over here did indeed take those. Moving in, he's got a bit of a front line. No real DPS parties yet, so his composition is lacking a little bit. But he's still feeling pretty good about what he has. And I wonder what these engineers are doing. I think they're just scouting a little bit. Just basically, they are not needed for this battle. In outposts and dragoons and that footman party with cleric support is going to easily be able to take it. So Zeza's just taking this opportunity to move these engineers around. And Zeza is getting settlers. Interesting. I kind of question that play because he's about to take an indie, and he's going to want to use that money to put components in that indie. It's kind of the thing where if you don't have money to be... Like, if you already have component slots open and you have money, you generally want to use that money... Oh, engineers are just poking around up here. You generally want to use that money to build components. And then when you are out of components, that's when it's kind of wiser to settle. And there's other reasons to settle, to spread map control and all that. I think it might have been the smarter play here to hold off on those settlers, keep that money, and use it for some more tech, especially knowing what he's up against. Zeza's at plus 77, and like we said, right here, this Ice Drake has frozen everyone, but eventually someone's going to unthaw and be able to finish him off. Engineers getting him so close. He's at 530, and this is a close battle. Wintertoes might have gotten in over his head trying to go after that. And man, if Zeza had some sort of scouting here and he saw that, then this would be the time to attack. Nevertheless, these Wind Riders are still up and are going to be able, with the help of any militia, I think would be able to hold off anything that Zeza has right now. Still in the same parties. Dragoons, footmen, engineers, and he is building a fort up here, or an outpost. He's going to use it to take that iron, he's going to use it to forward his position here, and he wants to attack soon. Back here, finally getting some good DPS. Bowmen with double wizards. This is such a scary party for Council. Wizards are just so damn good. And so I like the play of getting them. I wish he'd gotten them a little bit earlier and then waited for them for the attack to make it a really scary attack. Nevertheless, he's coming up here, and... Ooh, the timing is right. Zeza is attacking him. Again, this is a bit of blind luck, because I don't think he knew that. But attacking him right as Wintertoes is able to go and take this Ice Drake lair. So, Wintertoes has got a shitload of money now. He is probably going to use that to get leads, if I had to guess. Now, he's getting his outpost here. He's going to get that Holy Oasis. But he is just letting Zeza take this. I mean, all it had was a quarry. It's definitely going to suck losing it, but it's not the end of the world. He knows he's going to be able to take it back. Ooh, what else is going on over here? Okay, these bowmen are sitting, waiting for their wizards to get up, and once they get up, Zeza will have a more realistic chance of making a push here. Gets that iron. Now, what's he going to do with that? No new tech to speak of, but he's got blacksmith and temple, and so he can be pumping out some, infantry with cleric support. Over here, he can be pumping out goats, and I have a feeling that's what he's going to go for with all that wood and iron. And we got a little engagement up here. Goons and footmen against scouts, this tech infantry, and the goats with rangers, and I don't think there's any chance that Zeza is going to come out ahead of this one. So hopefully he pulls back pretty soon once he sees what's going on. The tech of Wintertoes is definitely a very good bit higher, but look at this, plus 96 to plus 6. And here we go. Bowmen are coming up, but a little too late. I think he has to just surrender this position. Yeah, I would just raise this right now. No, he's actually going to build a wall. He wants to keep this. He wants to keep this forward position. So these bowmen are going to be able to do a lot of DPS here, especially with the militia coming. I do have a feeling that Wintertoes is going to have to step back from this. Ooh! Man, killed Solomon too. Oh, but Zeza's engineers go down. So that was a tough trade for both of them. Losing a Kohan, losing engineers. Kohan doesn't really take the time to bring back up as the engineers do, but I imagine that Zeza will very quickly want to get those engineers back up. And another bowman party. Yep, engineers back up. Another Roman party with wizard support. This is looking pretty good for Zeza. He's well ahead on econ. He's got 2 parties of bowmen with wizard support. He's got this frontline infantry, which cleric infantry is not as impressive as cleric channeler, but I think his back row DPS is just going to dwarf what Wintertoes has. Interesting. Okay, going for that Holy Oasis, though. That is definitely going to be a huge boon for Wintertoes. But I like Zeza's position a lot right here. Moving in, moving up. Plus 72. What's he going to do? I would like to see some Slan, as always. He would have to sell off that Carpenter Guild, which would be a bit silly. He could maybe sell the Quarry and then make the Temple and then sell the Carpenter Guild to make the Quarry again. That would be the most economical. Oh, and look at this. Sneaking up these goons, and they're just going to be able to go and snipe this gold mine. I love that. Easy peasy, take it, deny a little bit more econ, and then come back and join this battle. Okay, what's happening here? Wintertoes is moving in. He's got good tech. He's got strong units. And Zeza's doing the right thing, trying to get behind and get those channelers. Looks like he loses track of his Dragoon DPS for a second. Still getting one of these, looks like the channeler in battle. But the engineers kind of take the goons' attention. Doing a lot of DPS with his bowmen. And I like Zeza's position. Causing those Wind Riders to rout, and he's going to be causing the infantry to retreat soon as well. And so I think he's in really good shape here. I think he's just got to push in, and he will be good. And yeah, with these infantry coming up and the rest of these bowmen coming up, this is looking like a very, very good position. And these scouts are going to get caught. Plus 69 to plus 11. And he's going for it. He's got the Wizard Tower to get those Stormlords. He's getting that barracks to get leads. He's taking his gold mine back, and he is going to be pumping out some leads very soon, people. I think Zeza can end the game before that happens, but let's see what he does. Getting that outpost to just extend his supply and kind of extend his dominion over these lands. And we got to move out here. Okay, Elite Bowman with double Stormlord. That is scary. That is an incredibly scary party for Zeza to deal with. So it's really going to be what happens here. These Dragoons definitely should have gotten in a little more cavalry dominant position. They should have used their cavalryness, is what I'm saying, and gotten and done some micro. But instead, they just kind of charged forward. Nevertheless, these bowmen are going to be able to do a lot of DPS with that wizard support. Footmen were forced to retreat pretty early from the battle, which is a bummer. But the infantry here and the goons are really able to hold the front line. Goons are starting to fall, but the infantry is in really good health. And these bowmen are just continuing to wipe out everything that Wintertoes has. Now, he has this Holy Oasis. He has a shitload from it. He's still at -9, though. His economy is completely shot. He's got this one party of elite bowmen. He's got these Wind Riders, so he's got some damn good DPS. But Zeza's parties are forced to retreat a little bit. And his front line is starting to crack, but he still has... These bowmen are, like, full. So if he just continues to move, take that city. And let's just see what he's doing over here. He's got a settlement there. He never upgraded this. He never took the Gari. But back to what's happening here. Bowmen and wizards are going to be taking out this city. Engineers retreating. Now, it's a close little battle here. It's not like... Almost all of Zeza's front line is pretty much shot at this point. And I wonder what he's doing holding up all that money. I really hope he's going for leads too. Has not started any upgrades yet. But he has a lot of money. He's probably saving up for that. 225 is the upgrade point. Maybe he should have just got some more goons at this point, honestly, and just finished them off. But look, he sees the leads. Before he is able to take down Delhi and the leads come in. And leads with Stormlords is really, really scary. Now, Zeza's got a superior army here. He's got a lot of back row DPS. If he's able to use his army to just not let the elite bowmen get too great of a position, I think he's in good shape. I think there's also the possibility that he could just kind of sit back and macro up a bit. But that's not what's going to happen. We're going to have an engagement here. Okay, goons are just going straight out front, and footmen are too. And taking a little bit of time for the bowmen to get in the battle, but they're coming in. The infantry as well are taking a little bit of time. These footmen are getting decimated pretty easily, but they're still holding their own. Goons are getting decimated very easily, but these infantry are going to come up to be the front line that these bowmen need right now. Infantry are coming up and getting right in those elite bowmen's faces. Ooh, I don't like the retreat there. I think he could have kept pressing. Then again, the militia is going to be up. Both parties retreat. Both parties don't like where they're at. Plus 18, though, to plus 74, and Zeza is in good position here. Sneaking an outpost over here to take that gold deposit. Continuing to take a little bit of control and continue to macro up a bit. And the city is out for Zeza. So if he can just match Wintertoes' tech here, I don't see any way that he's going to lose this game. Engineers are moving out. Are they going to try to build another forward outpost? Are they going to try to repair this? Either way, here comes Wintertoes again. Just continuing to push. Continuing to push. Now, these engineers are actually going somewhere else. They're saying fuck it to this battle. They're going to go do some macro stuff. Oh, very good kiting there. Really draws these goons in. And if they get... Oh, a chain lightning comes off, and that just completely decimates that party. Oh, my lord. Okay, and the infantry are going to come over and see what these militia can do. And we got what we wanted here. Dragoons are going to try to sneak in from behind, but they don't have a whole lot. Wizards and bowmen are going to be doing all the DPS, but is the DPS enough as much as one elite bowman with 2 stormlords? Probably not. I don't know the numbers on that. Somebody probably does, though. Battle is happening. Goons are done. Frontline is holding up. Not really, though. Scouts destroyed. Nothing too big. This militia is destroyed. And it continues to be a really back-and-forth battle. Oh, my God. He did a lot of damage to that elite bowman. If he could have been able to press them. Either way, both of his bow parties are full. 2 bow parties with wizards. And that is just so much DPS right there. That without the threat of the bowman, they're going to be able to take out anything. So I think they're going to be fine down here. Although the front line is kind of completely cracked from Zeza, and now he's just sitting just on these bowmen. But it's bowmen versus bowmen. Now, Wind Riders do have this archer resistance, which is a huge pain in the ass. But of course, wizards also give that archer resistance. So, we got both parties are just fighting with archer resistance here. Oh, and the infantry goes down. That was that first infantry party, and the goons. That is funny. At the exact same time, half an hour into the game, both of these players' early tech parties have gone down. And... oh, it looks like it might even be able to catch these Wind Riders, too, with this militia, if things go right. Okay. And look at what we got here. Now, he was not able to get those Stormlords up. He just went for the Elite Bowmen. Which is okay. I feel okay about that. I think I would like to see him get those Stormlords soon, but I think these 2 Bowman Company plus the Elites are going to be enough to take out this one Super Elite party. Okay, and Zeza's moving in again. Engineers getting there first before anyone else does, and that's a little bit out of position. These guys are not in battle mode, but they're getting in battle mode. Okay, and they're going to be able to get into this battle just fine. Start to do the DPS, but the footmen are forced to retreat, and the engineers are destroyed. So before the bowmen were really able to even come in there and start doing a lot of damage, all of Zeza's front line was gone. And now forced to retreat the infantry, but the bowmen are slow to retreat. And that was just a poor engagement from Zeza. He kind of had the right things in place, but he just did not do the attack well. Back here to Wintertoes. He has very little economy. He has the same parties that he's been sitting on. And let's see... oh, Lord. Negative 28. Sorry, plus 28, but negative 14. So Zeza's economy is a bit out of whack here. Both their econs are actually at 28 right now, and both kind of completely shot. They're both going to be sitting on the same companies. Zeza has this 25 iron, but he's honestly doesn't even have anything to do with it. He could obviously get some goons out of here, but he doesn't have the money to do that right now, and a goon party is pretty expensive. But moving back in here, frontline gets in before the bowmen do, and I would really like to see Zeza focus a bit more on correct battle positioning, because these elites are getting in here and kind of getting torn up, as well as his entire front line getting torn up before all this powerful bowman DPS is able to get in the battle. And look at those Stormlords just sitting back. They have such ridiculous range on Chain Lightning. And Zeza's elites go down. Oh my god. Now that fixes his economy, but now, my friends, Wintertoes is the better army, and he's going to continue pushing here. Because his army barely got, like, attacked there. You know what I mean? Like, he had a little bit of front line, but this infantry was able to just keep healing themselves. The chain lightning was able to do damage from so far away, and Zeza's second bowman go down. Oh my god. Wintertoes is getting himself out of this position. Zeza just packs up and leaves. Zeza destroys that town. Zeza is abandoning this outpost. And Wintertoes is like, okay, I finally got something going here. I'm going to go settle. Interesting with the settlers. I was not seeing that coming. I guess he's just thinking that he has to macro up. Again, I would have liked to have seen that be components here instead of settling. But Zeza has a very good economy. At plus 115, I just saw plus 12, so I guarantee he made some goons down there. Remaking those goons. He's just got to get Stormlords, though. He's just got to match the tech. I do like goons. They're obviously a really powerful unit. I might have liked to have just seen double scouts, though. Like, he's got a carpentry guild there. Just get double scouts to do your cavalry harassment. I mean, he does need that wood. I don't know. He spent a lot of money on what he could be spending on tech, is kind of the point I was making. 2 scouts are cheaper with a carpentry guild than 1 dragoon. Anyways, moving out here, Wintertoes knows that he's got a little bit of an edge. He knows, too, that he's scared Zeza, which is a really important part of the game, a really important component. Wintertoes is taking Zeza's position up here. And now he is out of his area. He is now moving out onto the map as Wintertoes. And he is going to start being the aggressor. Zeza's been the aggressor this whole game. And it was looking like it was going to work out for him. But somehow, at the last minute, Goons, Leets, and the Bowman party went down. And Wintertoes has just been able to keep his tech up here. Easily going to be able to take out a fort with this party, and this is going to be a failed engagement without some DPS there. Once again, the Bowmen are a bit out of position. Where... Does he have any elites coming up? No, he has goons sitting out in the middle of nowhere, not even in supply. And he has no more elites coming back to fight this army. And I've said this before, but people think that Kohan is a game where micro doesn't matter. Goons, engineers destroyed. And I'm really starting to realize that that is false. You don't have to do as much micro in other games, but the micro you do is so important. If you get your guys in the wrong position, then you're going to lose battles that you should win. And I think that really is a lot of what happened with Zeza up here. Anyways, able to hold them off. Plus 36 to plus 111. Now, it's not a ridiculous lead, but it's a pretty ridiculous lead. Zeza's got such a stronger economy, and I hope he does the right thing with it. Down here, he's made more goons. He's really holding on to that goon party. Now, once he gets to 120, that's going to be enough to get a wizard tower and start getting some stormlords. Let's see what he does, though. That'll also give him more Coldahite to be able to support those high-tech companies. But even without that much Coldahite, he has enough econ where he can fall back on it. Moving over here, Wintertoes is finally going to take another settlement. Very late in the game for that, but he's feeling that he needs the supply, he needs the little bit of extra gold, he needs the extra component slots, which again, he has all these at the Haroon. Okay, Zeza is looking like he's going to be trying to push again. These goons need to get in the battle, I'd say. 2 goon parties. Cleric front line. What this needs is DPS now. He's got the 1 bowman, but against the Wind Riders and the Stormlords, that is not going to be a winning proposal. But he has way more of a front line than Wintertoes. Wintertoes is this 1 party that does have really powerful healing in it. But if it goes down before he's able to do enough damage, which again, he has such powerful DPS that he might be able to. Okay, here we go though. Goons are coming in from the side above the mountains here, and they're just gonna poke out, I guess. Maybe he doesn't know exactly that Wintertoes is here. Okay, he sees them, he's immediately retreating. I think he might have honestly just been going for the Gari. Sees them again, does not retreat far enough, and is kind of losing track of these goons, and 2 of them go down from chain lightnings. 3 of them, so quick. These goons are coming out from below and are not going to do anything. absolutely nothing. They've got to get out of there. And doing a really poor retreat. It looks like Ethan is going to survive, but... So, that was basically a full goon party lost in terms of units. And look at this. Not even trying to defend down there, but going for the base trade. Zeza's moving up with the slow parties up here. And this looks to me a little bit like panic mode. I think if Zeza just kept it cool, he still has the more powerful army. If he just gets Leets out, which he does right there. Not Stormlords, but Leets with 2 wizards with that with the Bowman Company is still going to be enough to deal with what Wintertoes has. He still just has these same 3 units. But a bit of a disjointed army for Zeza here, and just putting everything into this base trade. Which, with his econ being so much better, he's not going to come out ahead of this base trade. Ooh, I love it. Watchtowers. He really just wanted the settlement for the position there. And has taken the Gari and is just going to do a few things to try to get his econ back up. Zeza is very easily going to be able to take this, I think. Well... Interesting. Splitting up the army is Wintertoes. He's sending his Leets up here, right into the heart of everything. I'm so confused. I mean, they're going to be doing damage, but... And the Wind Rider's coming up here. I think Zeza should be able to take these guys out no problem, though, especially if he's able to get those goons in the right position. These goons moving up here, though, and a forced retreat. Look at the morale, though. Everyone is forced to rout. And once again, Wintertoes is able to come out ahead of an engagement that I did not think he was going to. God, it just hurts my soul every time I see those chain lightnings just go down. And more bowmen destroyed. Zeza is just getting the worst end of every one of these engagements. And footmen gonna go down? No, they'll survive. Nowhere close to supply are these companies. Elite Bowmen did not get in that battle. They were down at the bottom. And this is just a disjointed, messy game for Zeza. Oh my lord. His entire army just got destroyed. These Leets are still up, though. And they've got some militia to stand behind, so hopefully he's able to make something important happen with that. He's got to rebuild his army. I can't believe he just lost everything there. He has a strong enough econ where he can do it, but it's still going to take time. And continuing to pump up more goons. Goons are a really expensive unit, and I think he was a bit overly reliant on them this game. At this point, the entire game, I've really felt that Zeza has had the better army. He's just gotten in poor positioning and kind of barely lost every battle. Now it is decisively that Wintertoes is the better army. Zeza still has the better econ, the better positioning. But look, plus 53 to plus 112, it's not looking horrible anymore. It really isn't. I mean, obviously having this Holy Oasis has been a huge boon for Wintertoes. But he is just sticking in there with those 3 companies that he's had. I mean, this one got rebuilt, but the same unit composition he's had the whole game, which has just been really, really powerful. Zeza this game, I may note, has not built a single channeler. He did not choose to go for that Temple of Faith tech, and instead just decided to get goons down again, to get a larger amount of units, of frontline units with cleric tech, and that can work. I think he did it okay, but I think I would have liked to have seen more just infantry instead of goons, and then that extra money and resources you're spending on goons should have been for extra tech. Like, getting more bowmen with wizards or teching up to stormlords. Probably teching up to stormlords would have been the play, but if he didn't want to do that tech. And not losing those bowmen with wizards. And his position is looking very precarious here. Wow. This game is going on a long time, and I'm going to up the speed a little bit while nothing that exciting is happening. Oh, destroyed. The Slann are done. Wintertoes is moving about here. He's feeling pretty good about himself after a game that he probably felt like he should have lost a long time ago. And Zeza down here looks like he's actually going for the Ice Drake lair, which I don't hate the play at all. He's got a bunch of money. If he gets this, he'll have a shitload of money, and then we'll finally be able to get that tech that he never got. And I think, is easily going to be able to take this. Infantry with Paladin and Cleric. Footmen with Cleric. Goons. And he's got those Elite Bowmen with Wizard support. So he's got the unit comp here. Again, I would like to see... And again, continuing to pump out Goons. I think this has just been a huge over-reliance on Dragoons this game. Who have not been... And also not really using them, like, not doing the correct micro with them to make them worth it. And going over here, Wintertoes is now coming into Zeza's base. And he's making the choice. Which way do I go? He gets the militia here. And probably without knowing this, he's going for the far better target, because this is the city. This is the one where the elites are coming out of. Okay, Goons are coming in here, and they are going to get behind, get into this battle, and we got a little bit of a pincer here on Wintertoes' units, and I'm actually feeling pretty good about Zeza's chances here. Goons are forced to retreat. Elite Bowmen are doing a lot of damage. Wind Riders are forced to retreat. This infantry has not been touched, though, and these Elite Bowmen have not been touched. Everything that was coming from this side, the Dragoons and the infantry or the militia did absolutely nothing. Very good. He is retreating those Elite Bowmen to be able to get behind that infantry. And he's just going to be continuing to do all that DPS. And now these armies, once again, have gotten pretty even. And Wintertoes is going to be able to pump out more damage. Trying to send those Goons back in because he thinks he's close, but not close enough. Chain Lightning is going to continue to take more of Zeza's men out. Zeza is getting a little more tech here. Some double clerics. Still never got that Temple of Faith. He was able to take the Ice Drake lair here. He was able to get that money. Did he build this yet? No, he still has not built the Holy Oasis. He wants to, but that's again going to be too little too late. Goons over here in No Man's Land. Ethan completely wasted, and his city is going to be going down. A final ditch effort. Elite Bowmen are not anywhere close to back up, so there's just no way. And Wintertoes has another party of Elite Bowmen coming down. Oh my lord, this is the nail in the coffin. There's no way that Zeza's gonna be able to do anything here. In fact, I'd be very surprised if he didn't just call GG right now. 2 Elite Bowman companies versus essentially none. Like, look at this. There's one left with 38 health. Footman down. Every other party is just completely decimated. Except for engineers. He's got engineers. Let's see if one party of engineers can take out all of Wintertoes' intense tech here. Wintertoes takes the city. Even the econ has shifted, where Wintertoes is now up by 2. Zeza has little he can do. Oh my god. Trying to get a little more DPS in here with the Rainbringers and Magicians. I don't know if that's going to be enough. Militia is coming out here, and we're going to have what may be the final engagement of this game. These Elite Bowmen really want to get those Wizards back up, but it's just not going to be able to happen. These Goons are trying to run around to do something, but again, it's just not going to happen. These are all disjointed parties that were not able to even get back up fully. The Cleric parties had a better chance of doing so, and were able to. But these DPS parties were just not able to do anything. And with double Elites and Stormlords, they are just absolutely melting Zeza's army. Engineers destroyed, infantry destroyed, infantry destroyed. Heroes are dead. Ethan's still alive, doing absolutely nothing over there. Rainbringers destroyed. Zeza GG's. And that is it. Wintertoes won that game. Now, what happened that game? I talked about it plenty throughout the game, but the biggest things were Zeza's unit composition was good for a while. For most of the game, it was good. When he had those 2 bowmen parties with wizards, and he had infantry and footmen with cleric support, he was going more low tech, but he had more units, and I think he was doing good there. And then he just kept making dragoons when they weren't at all what he needed in this situation. He kept making dragoons. He didn't tech up to match the Stormlords of Wintertoes, and he was able to just get run over by these parties that, again, this was essentially an all-in build. Even though the game went 50 minutes, pretty much the whole game, Wintertoes was all in. He spent all his money to get early tech. He teched up to elites with Stormlords as soon as possible, had no econ to back it up. And if any of these companies ever died, He did have his first infantry company die at the same time that some of Zeza's early tech died, and so it was able to even out. But there was just there was a big lack of correct positioning, correct micro decisions, and correct unit compositions with that game. And it just goes to show, just because you have a better econ and you can pump out more units, if you don't know what to do with those units, you're still going to lose. Wintertoes just had a really, really good unit comp. He always had that frontline party with the channeler and the cleric and the infantry that was able to just hold the front line, and then he just had so much DPS behind that with elites. He didn't even get like bowmen and wizards that game. He went straight to elites. He got the wind riders with ranger support, but the fact that he was able to take the ice drake layer pretty quickly meant that he was able to tech up. Yeah, this was a very educational game for me, if you can't tell by the way I'm talking about it, because I'm a macro player, and I'm always just like, more econ, get good econ, get a bunch of units, and go A move, pretty much, and just go attack. But you cannot do that in this game. If you are out of position, you're going to lose battles you should have won. Even if you have 7 companies to their 3, if their unit composition is better, if their tech is better, if they made better choices, they're going to be able to win that battle. And so, yeah, this was still a really great game and a really close game, and I think it showed the strengths and weaknesses of both players. And I'm really looking forward to how myself and all the players in Kohan Duels are going to be growing and continuing to figure out strategies and figure each other out. All right, thank you guys so much for watching.